Hey guys, so the last class, not the last class, the last video, I showed you guys how to start your perspective drawing. So you've got your boxes here, you've got a couple of side streets. Side streets are part of your requirement, and I'm going to give you that list of what you need today, but you should have a couple of side streets. So what I'm going to show you to do today is what to do to your streets. You've got your sidewalk, obviously. You're going to put in your street lines and your crosswalk, okay? Before I show you how to do that, I wanted to show you guys of a couple little tools I have. Again, if you do not have a ruler, I would highly suggest you get one. Using the little folded paper thing, that's great for emergencies, but you really want to have a nice straight edge to use while you're drawing, okay? Second thing is I've got my mechanical pencil, all right? It kind of makes all your lines precise and you don't have to keep sharpening it. Now, two things you guys might not be aware of are these little things. So this is a weird little device. See, it's got a bunch of different holes. What you can do is you hold it on to, so I'm gonna put it right here. There's a little spot I want to erase, and I just bring my eraser over, and I'm basically erasing through the hole without messing up my other line. So this thing's great. This I don't know if you could find anywhere but an art supply store or like Michael's, but you could try. There's also this little guy. This is like a mechanical pencil, but it's an eraser. Oh. So you can actually like get into these little tiny spots and erase things. Anyway, I just want to show you guys some fun things that are available out there if you have access to a art supply store. All right, so let's get some lines going on here. So I'm gonna zoom in to this spot. I'm gonna put my crosswalk here, and maybe I'll put my street lines here. No, I changed my mind. I'm gonna put my crosswalk here. So think about what a crosswalk looks like, okay? In real life, right? These lines are laying down on the ground. They're horizontal, right? They're not standing up, they're not vertical, they're laying down, which means each of the 4 lines have to go to one of the points, all right? There will not be any vertical lines on your crosswalk. So I'm gonna start with my, just like with the windows, I'm gonna start with those little short lines. So I'm just gonna go 1, see, my ruler's lined up on my point. I'm just gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, those are my little short lines, okay? Now, I kind of want to know where they're gonna end so I don't waste my time drawing a line. So I'm just gonna put a really light line right there, very lightly. Now I'm gonna use my other point to draw the long lines. Now this one, I can't just go and draw all those, okay? I have to make sure each time my eye is looking over to that point to make sure I'm still lined up, all right? My ruler is still lined up on that point over there. Each time I move it, I double check, because that's one of the mistakes that students like to make, is they think they can kind of draw them all together without using the point and just kind of sliding their ruler down and going like that. Yeah, you can't do that. So you have to double check each time, because the position's going to change just a little bit, and you'll see when I'm done what I mean. But they all have to go to the point, okay? Now my little line that I did over there, I'm just gonna erase those little ones because I knew where they were ending, so I didn't have to go too far. And bam, there's my crosswalk. Oh, I think I need one more line right here. That looks kind of funny. Let's put one more in there. All right, there's your crosswalk. Now, if I do the dashed lines in the middle, okay, same thing. Right? They're lines on the road. These are all 4 horizontal lines in real life, right? They're laying down on the road. So I'm going to use either of the points to draw them. First thing I want to do is I want to find the center of my road. It's almost 3, so I'm going to say right around 1.5, right? Now, I'm going to use my ruler, lining it up back here, and I can draw the kind of long street lines. And I know there's going to be one right next to it. So I'm going to go ahead and draw that one too. Okay, and I think there's probably one hiding right here. He's going to go behind the building a little bit. Now these little lines, these are going to go to the other point. Again, I'm going to have to move this each time. Oop, skipped one. And I think I made these a little too wide, but hopefully it helps you guys to see it a little bit better. I would probably make them a little bit skinnier. And you want them to get smaller when they get far away. All right, I probably need a couple more because this is just hiding behind the building, so I could probably put a couple more in there. Now your solid line is even easier, so you just need the one line that goes on the edge. And again, I'm using my points to draw all of these lines. All right, and I'll put one over here. I want them to end in the same place. I'm going to mark where that one ended. So see, these line up right there. And then going to the point and going to the point. So remember, every line that you draw, either it goes to the point or it's vertical. There are no other lines. So there are your street lines and your crosswalk. Maybe I'll do one more crosswalk right here because we would need one there, right? So let's do that. So I'm going to use my point to make, let me do it from this way so you guys can see a little bit better. I'm just doing the, you know what? I'm going to put some guidelines here. I know how long these things are going to be because I want it to be right there between the, you know, on the side, not the sidewalk, but the street in between the sidewalk. So these are these little short lines. So I get a little guideline there. All right, so now I'm going to use my other point. And again, each time I shift my ruler over, my eyes are going back over to my point to make sure that my ruler is lined up. I'm not just like moving my ruler and drawing the lines. You have to go back over to double check that you're, on your point. Oh, wait. I know Bobbins, it's Bobbins. Bobbins is letting me know that it's dinner time. Now I just have to erase in between. And this is when my little handy guy is going to come in. I love this thing. Bob does not like his dinner to be late. He's like a, no, accidentally erased one of my lines there. It's like a little crotchety old man. Okay, so there's my other crosswalk. So I'm going to do some more videos on how to do other things, but this at least gets you your crosswalk and your street lights going. All right, let's get started.